And boy, good morning. Welcome to ArtTalk with Susana Baker. Every Friday, we bring you the cultural makers and influencers, Miami's only radio show, bringing you the cultural happenings around town. And boy, are they happening. It is absolutely a celebration in Miami and Miami Beach as we bring in the Olympics of the art world, Miami Art Week, and Art Basel, all happening starting last night. I was in one of the best shows, Veals, at the GGA Global Arts, Global Arts, great show. And starting December 5th, one of the best, amazing tents bringing you contemporary art, over 75 galleries in Red Dot, Miami, another 75 in Spectrum, maybe more, but we're going to find out more about this because with me this morning, I have the Managing Director, Brand Development, 30 years under her belt, and thank God she's with us today to tell us more about Red Dot and Spectrum. Welcome, Linda Mariano.
Hello. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. Can you tell our audience what they could expect and what is the difference between Red Dot and Spectrum Miami?
Sure. So this is the 13th year for Red Dot and the 8th year for Spectrum Miami. And they've always been sister shows. And now for the 4th year, Redwood Media Group is the owner of both shows. So one ticket, both shows. And the difference between the two shows is Red Dot, as you mentioned, Susana, is galleries. Galleries that represent established artists that might be secondary market artists or primary market living artists. And there's about 70 exhibitors in Red Dot this year. In Spectrum Miami, there'll be almost 200 exhibitors.
Wow.
And what I like to say is Spectrum runs the spectrum. So it might, again, be the galleries, it might be art collectives, but also in Spectrum, you'll find independent, established artists. These are artists that do not have gallery representation, or at least in this market do not have gallery representation, as well as emerging artists. All of these exhibitors coming from all over the world. You might find an emerging artist, a rising artist. We have a whole gallery that we call the Rising Artist Gallery. And in the Rising Artist Gallery in Spectrum, the artist has a 10 by 10 foot wall. So these are people that are being discovered by the 40,000 collectors that will walk in our doors during Miami Art Week for the very first time. And then there are the established artists, the galleries, who represent, in Red Dot, there's two very major galleries that represent secondary market artists, everything from Warhol and Liechtenstein to Botero. So some pretty exciting works coming up.
Super exciting, and you're not going to sleep at all. So
No.
Welcome to the Olympics, Miami Art Week. And what I love is that this year you're at my turf and one of the most exciting art districts with the vibe and the energy of Wynwood. And so you're coming live from Mana Wynwood Convention Center, which is on Northwest 23rd and 2nd Avenue, all the way to 3rd. And it's exciting to see that the Convention Center in Wynwood is hosting these amazing shows and that you are back in Wynwood, which is great. And as we know, whoever hasn't been to Miami Art Week or Art Basel, it is just a celebration of art everywhere. There's happening shows. It's all over the hotels. Redwood Media is also doing shows at the Delano, at the SLS, on Brickell. So you're really busy, Linda.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on during this year's Miami Art Week, and I think that for us, being at Mana Wynwood, being back in Wynwood, that's where Red Dot and Spectrum started years ago, and We've been away from Wynwood for the last 3 years, so we're really excited. It sort of feels a little bit like coming home. We love the Wynwood area. We were just talking about it earlier, and what's happening in Wynwood. It's so exciting from an art perspective, and it just makes such great sense to us to be back in Wynwood and to be at Mana Wynwood. Now this year, Red Dot will be inside the Mana Wynwood building, and Spectrum will be in a tent again adjacent. So, and there's a connector tent that, just like always, that connects the two shows together. Then next year, both shows, Spectrum and Red Dot, will be inside the building. So there'll be more excitement next year and a little bit of a change next year. But I think that everybody who is accustomed to coming to Spectrum and Red Dot will be really excited to see this new venue and what it brings. I walked through the venues yesterday, very exciting. Lots of great space to have some fun, to see some great art.
Oh my God, it's going to be so exciting. And it opens up on December 5th and it goes right through the 9th. And I would love everyone who's listening to Art Talk with Susana Baker, coming live from Bloomberg Radio 880, thebiz.com. You can listen to us every single Friday at 10:40. We're on with the Money Man, and we thank our sponsors, the Money Man. I have to tell you, I been now 9 years, going on 9 years as a cultural curator, art curator, and I am every day out there doing art and doing tours, the art experience. And whoever wants to do a tour, www.theartexperiences.com. And we do this all year because we believe Art Basel and Miami Art Week is every day with the great collections and collectors we have. But without a doubt, Miami Art Week in Miami is an explosion visually. Just the vibe, everything in the air. It's just exciting. It's thousands. We get 200,000 people landing between visitors, international, national, coming to see and buy art. But don't be afraid. Whoever never did Miami Art Week, come out. Find out more at Red Dot Miami or at Spectrum Miami. And then what's your website, Linda, so we could tell our audience about coming onto the website?
Red.miami.com and spectrum-miami.com. Or, you can just Google us and it'll pop right up. But the websites are now completely loaded with all of the show schedule, all of the special programs. So go on, look at the website and get yourself excited for what's about to happen beginning next Wednesday, December 5th, starting at 6 p.m. when we cut that red ribbon.
That's right. And you should join us. Whoever's listening, come and join us on December 5th at 6 p.m. And the great news is also parking. A lot of people, but the parking. Well, I was yesterday in Wynwood, and yesterday the garage opened up on Northwest 3rd and 26th Street. The Goldman Garage opened up, and that has over 900 spots, I believe. But it's easy breezy, free for the first hour. I think $10 for like 7 hours. So lots of parking now because the garage opened up, and so you could park there. I'm sure there'll be parking also figured out in Red Dot Spectrum, but there is parking now. So don't get nervous. Just go onto the websites. We love this week. And if you haven't been able to enjoy and see Miami Art Week and Art Basel, you're really missing something because it is just amazing. The Art Experiences will be coming live from Bloomberg. We'll be live at Red Dot Miami and Spectrum Miami on December 5th. I am also proud, and I'm thanking Linda, Mariano, and the whole team of Redwood Media Group selecting me as a judge, as an honorary judge judge for Spectrum Miami Spectrum Select Judge, where I go around with my little clipboard and I get to see all the artists in the tent of Spectrum, and I get to choose what I consider the 5 top artists that spoke to me. Now, this is going to be so hard for me because I just everything speaks to me in one way or another. And so I'm just going to be really hard thing to do, but I'm honored. I can't wait for that red ribbon cutting on December 5th at 6 o'clock at Mana Convention Center on Northwest 23rd and 2nd Avenue. And so what do you love the most right now? What's the biggest, the Discovery Select? Is that something you sounded like, is that something?
Well, the Discoveries collection is fun. These are pieces that have spoken to us. In Red Dot, it's $5,000 and under. In Spectrum, pieces that are at $2,000 and under. And they're just interesting pieces, interesting artists, and we've curated the Discoveries collection. We've also, and you can see that all on our website, so it kind of gives you a preview of what you might be able to think about buying, as well as our Spotlight program. The Spotlight program, our curatorial committee picks recipients, exhibitors, to be featured as part of the Spotlight. And these are galleries, these are exhibitors who are really doing some cutting edge things, either in the gallery or by the artists that they represent. So lots of fun.
Lots of fun. And I'm not going to sleep either. I can't wait to be there for the red ribbon cutting on December 5th. Guys, go online, buy your tickets and save time. I'm telling you, that's not a cliche. That's the truth. You'll save money going online, purchasing your tickets. You'll also save time because you have your tickets already. You got your barcode on your phone. You don't have to wait on those long lines. It does get scary because thousands of people want to go see this, and that's what makes it fun. So I have to tell you, at Red Dot Miami, follow them at Red Dot Miami or at Spectrum Miami. They're sister shows, 1 ticket, 2 tents. First time back in Wynwood. They started off in Wynwood, and I love Red Dot and Spectrum because it gives, especially Spectrum, it gives that opportunity to young artists or mid-career artists, but he doesn't have gallery representation, can't find, because no art fair will take you without a gallery. And so it's hard to get into these galleries, especially at this time. So that's an amazing thing that Spectrum Miami does. Once again, Linda Mariano, you're not going to sleep. So I hope you enjoy Cuban coffee, because that will definitely help a lot. And we will be coming live again. Bloomberg Radio 880 The Biz will be coming live from Spectrum and Red Dot Miami on December 5th at 8:30 on the radio. Again, see you next Friday, Art Talk with Susana Baker. Thank you, Linda Mariano from Red Dot and Spectrum.
You're very welcome.
I'm John Crocker from the 1 p.m.